no single event can affect the future of our real estate market. Or can it? I thought I would bring up what happened in the month of March in real estate in Longboat Key as it relates to the national news about bank failures. So this is important because I think that people, you read all the national news and you see all these stories and you kind of want to know, what does that mean to me? How does that affect, my home and the value of my home? One of the greatest, assets that I hold. So let's address that. Let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the inventory and kind of break down what happened in the month of March for Longboat Key real estate. Okay, let's start with single family homes. Single family homes, typically on Longboat Key, we sell about 10, sometimes 20 homes a month, but that's generally what we sell. This past month, we were on the lower side of that, and 10 homes, single family homes, were sold on Longboat Key. This time last year, 15 homes were sold. What's interesting is that the median price is down. So last year, it was hovering at about 3.2 million. This year, about 2.7 million. Now, as you know, we don't have tons of single family homes, but what we do have tons of here on Longboat Key is condominiums. So what's happening in the condo market? So right now we have 35 active condominium homes available on the market. Well, that was in March actually. So in the month of March, 35 homes were available. That's about typical. We generally run at about 30 to 50 homes available on the market for condominiums. So the sales for the month of March were about 28. Again, that's pretty normal. But what's really interesting is that the sale price of those condominiums that sold in the month of March, median price was about $1.1 million, but the homes that were offered out on the market was about $1.9 million. So that is a huge delta in price. And that's important to pay attention to if you are a buyer, because what it means is that the opportunity properties for you are those properties that are overpriced. Now, typically, in the last couple of years, your real estate agent was telling you, let's look just under because these prices are going to go over ask. But now how we're counseling our buyers is that we may want to look at those overpriced homes because we are negotiating prices down. We have seen increases of inventory here on Longboat by about 30%. So those opportunities can lie in those sellers who have overpriced their homes for sale, but are willing to sell at a lower price. Now, let me give you a perfect example. I was able to get a beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, Gulf front condominium penthouse for my clients that was listing at about $1.05 million. And we were able to negotiate that price down well under $1 million. Now, who would thought that we can do it? But I always say, hey, let's try. Let's look at the comparables. Let's look at the market statistics. Let's put that into our pitch when we put out an offer to a seller to try to help explain the market and see if we can get a better, more fair market price for the buyer. And sure enough, we were able to do it. So I was so happy, and they're getting a great condo and they're closing next week, and I'm super excited for them. But I tell you this because this is the opportunity in the market. Now, is every seller going to negotiate way down? Definitely not. But are there many out there that will? Oh, yes, you better believe it. So our real estate market in general has taken a little bit of a turn. Now, it's not dropping dramatically, and what you read in the press and the national news is not really bearing out here in Longboat. But what has happened is that things have started to level out a little bit, and we are stretching our inventory levels to go back toward a more normalized market like what we saw pre-pandemic, which was in, about 2019. And our inventory is starting to creep back up there. That will impact sales prices. Is it a good time to buy now? Definitely. Always at the end of season when people are, traveling back north and leaving their second homes. Many people decide to sell their homes at that time, and it is a great opportunity to buy. So I hope that is helpful for you. I'm Judy Mitchell with Premier Sotheby's International Realty. I live and work right here on Longboat Key, and I am happy to help you with any questions you may have about purchasing or selling real estate here in Longboat Key.